LAX Customs and Border Patrol. There were some HasanAbi heads on the line as well. They were also giving me a little bit of courage. They were like, don't worry, everything will be fine. Obviously, I'm back. It's 1 p.m., 1:19 p.m. Pacific time, and that's very late, as a matter of fact, especially considering that for the past week, I've been going live very early, around 9 a.m., sometimes 10 a.m. But this time, I'm live at 1 p.m. So you might be wondering, Hasan, what the hell, Leonte? Why is the schedule change? What's with the schedule change? What's with that? What's going on? And of course, the reason why there is a major shift in the schedule is because I just landed. I landed just literally 2 hours ago at this point. Like, I landed in the United States of America. And of course, I'm going to tell you all about it because this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news. And for people saying, aren't you exhausted? The answer is yes. Okay. The answer is yes. Of course I'm exhausted. I just got off of a continental flight, not even continental, international flight all the way from, I got off of like 12, but basically, folks, this is part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what happened in the universe of HasanAbi Pikery in between the time period where I pressed the stop streaming button and pressed the start streaming button. So help me God, that's what I'm gonna do. Why were you in France? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy question. Right as I started. It's not like I took a day off, by the way. So you guys don't even have a reason to be annoying. Because like normally you're annoying when I'm not like live for a day. And you miss me and you wanna demonstrate that, and you get like, you just bait me a little bit. But today you have no reason for that, okay? Because I've been live. Folks, yesterday, as you guys know, a major event took place. And I live streamed that major event that took place. I live streamed the entire event. It was amazing. I had a fantastic time. I co-streamed it alongside Pokimane. We were the American broadcasters, and we were blessed and very fortunate to be able to do so. This was the French event, GP Explorer, which was the last GP Explorer, as a matter of fact. So, ended the broadcast yesterday at approximately 8 p.m. French time after the race ended. After that, I went back, broke down my setup, got in a car, and traveled immediately to Paris. Okay, traveled immediately to Paris, and we checked into the hotel at like around 1 a.m. I ordered some bomb ass Indian food from this Kashmir restaurant. It was so amazing. Had that quickly. Did not get a lick of sleep the entire night, which actually worked in my favor because of the time zone differences. Okay. Had the food, didn't go to sleep, got in a car in the morning, got to the airport, I had Kashmiri food. Okay. But it was like butter chicken and chicken tikka masala. But got in a car, talked to the legal team, the civil rights lawyers, get everything packed up. Make sure that I'm well protected if they try to take over my devices or anything like that, if there's any sort of detainment, because it's talk through what my legal rights are, things of that nature, how to handle that situation. But got on the flight, and I felt like Jason Bourne the way I approached this flight. Okay, are you ready for this? I got on the flight. They hadn't even handed out the little towelettes that they give in business class. I brought my own eye mask from the previous flight. I had it in my pocket. I literally, strapped it on, moved the chair a little bit, not so much that they'll stop, not so much that they'll come up to you and say hey, you have to move your seat up in the upright position, but enough so that my back is not super tight. Okay. Put the thing on, put the headphones on, passed out, knocked the out for the first 6 hours of the flight. Okay. Woke up, slammed a coffee or two, got out of the flight. LAX Customs and Border Patrol, a little worried. There were some HasanAbi heads on the line as well. They were also giving me a little bit of courage. They were like, don't worry, everything will be fine. It turns out everything was fine. They did pull aside, at LAX at least now, they straight up say oh, you don't even have to bring out your passport. So they have the same kind of process they have in France, the automatic biometric recognition process at entry. except it's just an iPad. They don't even have like the gates or anything. They just like put up an iPad and they're like, here. Yeah. So boom, 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 walk through the biometrics. Me and March, you know, I had to like unlock my phone, do a whole bunch of stuff because on the flight I like switched my phone to like a 12 character plus passcode, put it on airplane mode. It's already automatically encrypted, the new iPhone, so it doesn't matter if they actually take your shit. And hopefully, I mean, luckily we didn't have to do any of that this time around, but it's always good to do that. Did all of that. It's good to be prepped. They still have some TSA agents in the back who checks on it because AI is ass and can't be relied on. Lamau, it's not TSA that checks in international travel. It's Customs and Border Patrol that checks in international travel. What is this? This shit got 1 million views. Glaze. Yeah, people seem to like my fit for the French stream. It seems like you guys enjoyed that fit, huh? I attribute my smooth entry into the country to my Dua Lipa shirt. I think it was Dua Lipa that was guiding me. Shouts out to Dua. Okay? Shouts out to Dua for that. I think she saved me. Anyway, but it's your hair. Yeah, it probably is. People do seem to like my hair not brushed in the front and just not like, but it's they seem to appreciate the hair when it's like parted somehow. In any case, 12 character password is not good enough. At least 20 man, not joking. Dog, that's what the civil rights lawyer is saying. What do you want me to do? Hasan, I'm so happy you are home and not in custody, not in the custody of the state. I agree. What is this? Le chemin américain HasanAbi compare le GP au Super Bowl et parler de nouveau de organisation du web français. Damn, 48,000 likes. Dude, I will always glaze France. Okay? I will always glaze France. You with French royalty?
My chat are assholes. They're calling you Slay and they're saying, Hasan, leave. Hasan looks out of place.
Yeah, we want just girls.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But you can girl out a bit.
Yeah, I'm tapped in on Girly Pop Nation. What is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I doing it?
Yes, you are.
All right.
Vibes yesterday with all the guests were great. I know. I realized how different things could be. As far as having not Austin and not Cutie Cinderella. Obviously, Will's fine. But having not Austin and not Cutie Cinderella as my podcast co-host and instead having the better half of the yard and also Pokimane was fantastic. It was basically like a 7-hour podcast, you know? Wow, 34-year-old man realizes streaming with your friends is fun, mind-blowing stuff. I know. Unk tries fashion and casting.
Learn to play to your proportions.
I try to, but this is, you know,
Give us
this
like
is
a
what I got.
A 360?
360, little runway action.
Oh my god.
Do they know that we have like an audience over there? So he's doing this in front of everyone.
They're waving. Daddy!
Voila.
Oh my god, they're so
Montre-lui.
cute.
Not know who I am at all. Like they're just like, oh, guy up there on the stage with all of my favorite content creators.
Yeah, this is the most no motion I've ever been in my whole life. Why did you lie about not farting on the plane? I didn't, but I did get farted on in the plane, and I actually have an apology. It turns out you can't smell it, okay? Whoever farted on me on the plane, that shit was fucked up, okay? But yeah, I didn't even get to talk about my experiences at GP3 in general because we're moving on so fast from everything. But it is kind of crazy watching Pokimane do work as like do the influencer stuff and do it so professionally as opposed to someone like myself where I just like kind of do these sorts of things and don't actually like promote it at all. So whatever gets clipped gets clipped. And then whatever doesn't get clipped, nobody really knows. Okay. She was so good. Like, I get it. That no wonder she's like an international superstar because she's homies with all the French content creators. She was doing like videos with them, TikToks with them. I was not. I didn't do any of those things. I did not do any of those things at all. And, you know, I don't know how I would be able to do those things if we're being real. I don't know, but didn't even do IG post. I didn't do IG post. I'm sorry. But I think you guys enjoyed it quite a bit, right? I mean, we had the total at peak was the total at peak was 1.5 million live concurrent viewers. I think we had like around 30K in here. I don't know how much eBay had, but we had, I think I had like 30K, 35K peak for you. Oh, nice. Which is crazy for like how, you know, eBay had only like 70K. Oh shit. Okay. When I saw eBay, he had like 20K, and that gave me a little bit more confidence because I was like, okay, damn, if he's got like, you know, around my range, then when I first started live streaming, I had like 15K and he had like 20K or something. So I was like, damn. But basically it was great. Like it was a lot better. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to have like 100 people watching because it's like the exact opposite time that I normally stream at. So for that reason, it was a crazy time. Like it's literally, we ended the broadcast at the time that I normally start the broadcast at. We started the broadcast at like 3 a.m. Pacific time and ended it at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So for that reason, you know, it was always going to have like less viewership, but like ultimately it's not even like a view count Andy situation. You guys have to understand, like I'm there for my friend. Okay. I'm there for my friend. And my goal is to try to make it as worthwhile as possible. My goal was to try and show this to the American audience, to the best of my ability, to show this event to the American audience, to show them like, and you know, how the Frenchies do it. Right. So super surprised to see you at the GP. Made me so happy that you made the connection with the French creators. I watch you practically every day because in France, we don't have the same freedom of speech as in the US. We don't have a French equivalent. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good. Why didn't Cutie go to France? Because she can't fly. But the one thing I will say, aside from like my initial surprise about how spectacular of an event this was, the one thing I will say is it was a remarkable experience, and I did not think I would get so invested in racing. I was trying to host my face off, you know what I mean? I was broadcasting my freaking face off, but it was great.